Welcome to the Golden Valley Light Railway video platform. This is a stockbook series video. The hay cart wagon. Let's take a look around the hay cart wagon that we have at the GVLR. It currently sits upon Brand sidings north and is visible as you travel down the line to Newlands Inn Station. This unusual wagon came from Arkwright Colliery, near Chesterfield. It is a throwback to the days of pit ponies working underground. It is built up on a standard 8-foot coal tub frame, being of a sturdy, welded square and rectangular section, tubular steel construction. It has a drawbar that runs from end to end under the framework. It carries the number 8A, marked out in weld, upon a plate attached to the side frame. Ponies were used in the North Derbyshire collieries right up until the mid to late 1960s, but as the numbers dwindled and they were used for feed less and less, the wagons were found to be useful for moving general stores around the colliery site. This fact probably accounts for this example surviving into preservation. Arkwright Colliery was located 2.5 miles east of Chesterfield, Derbyshire, in the United Kingdom. It was a large complex, as can be seen in this image taken from a 1972 Ordnance Survey map, reproduced here with consent from the National Library of Scotland. We know from the testimony of former miners from Arkwright Colliery that ponies were still in use into the mid-1960s, but actual numbers and dates cannot be found. Research via the internet into pit ponies took me, for example, to the Coal Mines UK Facebook page. Many pit pony photos have been posted there. Active contributor to the site Dean Woodhouse has granted permission to publicise his posts here. An excellent resource of information about pit ponies can be found at the Nottinghamshire Mining Museum in Mansfield, United Kingdom, where they have a dedicated pit pony display with many original artifacts. During my visit I captured these photos. The volunteer staff were very knowledgeable and helpful. I would recommend a visit. Travelling further afield, I visited the National Coal Mining Museum at Caphouse Colliery, Offerton near Wakefield in Yorkshire, United Kingdom, to visit their Pony Discovery Centre, which also has informative displays upon pit ponies, but even here I did not find any information upon hay cart wagons. I found a book written by local author Janine Buckley, titled Colliery Stables and the Nottinghamshire Pit Pony. I have gained permission to display it here, and the image upon its cover, which is from the photographic collection of the National Coal Mining Museum for England. I have put a link to it in the description. It is available in an e-reader. There is a passage in the book that I found interesting, taken from an interview with a former miner from Hucknall Colliery in 2023. He refers to massive bags of chop. Is this what our hay wagon was for transporting? After more internet research, I found that chop is made up of chopped hay and chaff. Chaff is the waste from grain and cereal production. In this photo from the Bustleton Historical Society photographic collection, taken in the late 1920s, you can see the large sacks of what the old miners are calling chop. The society, who have given their permission to use the photo, have a restored chaff cutter. I did not visit them as their museum is in Western Australia. But the picture gives the idea of what bags of chop would have been like. Looking for more information, I visited the Plessley Pit Visitor Centre and Mining Museum. It is in the village of Plessley, Derbyshire, United Kingdom, and sits at the Nottinghamshire border. It too has a pit pony display, as you can see in the photos I took whilst there. I was given permission to share my pictures by the staff, who were only too pleased to help. I would recommend a visit. In part of one display there, the caption states that in the year 1900 there were 120 ponies working underground at the mine. If you think about the fact that a single 100-weight sack of chop would only feed 10 ponies for one day, that would have been 12 of the large sacks a day, needed at the underground stables. No wonder why they needed dedicated feed wagons. Chatting with one of the volunteers at Plessley Pit, Mr. Les Lovegrove, I was able to gain more information about the pit ponies and the underground stables. He had been a ganger, that is the name of a person in charge of a pony, from 1958 or 9 until the mid-60s at Clifton Colliery. He could not help with the answer of how the chop got to the underground stables. The care and feeding of Jim, his pony, was done by the ostler, that is the name of the person whose job it was to care for all the ponies in the stable. He did say that there were railway tracks into the stables though. He thought that the movements of feed and the stable mucking out would have been done during the shifts when the ponies were out. Such tracks can be seen in pictures within the book by Janine Buckley. Take a look at it in the e-reader. I have included a link to it in the description. So looking back to our hay cart wagon, I have made this composite image sequence using a picture of it and the picture from the Bustleton Museum with the sacks, plus a bit of Photoshop, to give an idea of how I interpret it having been used to supply chop to feed the ponies in the underground stables. As the imaginary sacks fade away, it leaves us at the end of my video about the Arkwright Colliery hay cart wagon. Do you think it needs preserving further? Perhaps it needs a fresh coat of paint. If you would like to help us preserve it and run our railway, why not become a volunteer with us? Details about volunteering with us can be found on our website. I have put a link to it in the description of this video. Further information on the hay cart wagon, plus comprehensive information upon each of the 2 steam locomotives, the 19 diesel and 2 battery electric locomotives, plus the 11 coaches and 34 wagons that currently have a home at the GVLR, can be found in our new stock book publication. It has 40 pages with 45 full color quality photos that cover the locomotives plus the notable coaches and wagons. It is available to purchase at the railway when you visit or online via our website. I have put a link to it in the description to this video. That concludes this stockbook series video about the hay cart wagon at the Golden Valley Light Railway. Don't forget to like the video by clicking the thumbs up icon, and if you want, leave us a comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow.